Okay guys, so I know this isn't our usual video, but we're going to be making pie today because it is March 14th, which is Pie Day. Even though pie, P-I, is not pie, P-I-E, that's what we're doing today. So we're also gonna yap about us not making videos lately. And even though some of you guys are family and you know what we've been up to and stuff, some of you guys don't know what we've been up to and why we haven't been making videos, so we'll talk about that. But first we're gonna make a strawberry pie, and I gotta find my phone so I can look up a recipe for that. We need to start by making the pie crust instead of making the strawberries. We're actually gonna make two strawberry pies and a pumpkin pie. So I use this cookbook. It's up like no, it's not. Everyone's mom has this cookbook, so just go get your mom's. This is mine. I got it at a thrift store, I think. Let's see what year that mine is. I think I can find it. Mine is 1976. But we're gonna flip to, this is my favorite pie crust recipe. And we're gonna make the plain pastry for 1 8 or 9 inch pie or a 10-inch double crust. Right there. I don't know if you can read that. Okay, and I also have my kitchen aid over here, so I'm gonna move the camera so it points at it. Okay, so first we need 2 cups all-purpose flour, but because I need 3 pie crusts, I'm gonna do 6 cups. No, I need to do 2 recipes, so 4 cups. Sugar, I'll need that eventually. Here's the flour. Hopefully we have some more in the cabinet. Okay. So while I do this 4 cups, so first we'll start back in August, I think, is when we kind of fell off the, I don't think this is a cup. This is a half cup, so 1, 2. We kind of fell off on posting every week, which is our goal. And that's because I got a new job at a chiropractic place, and I was the front desk, so the only time Luke and I had to go to antique malls was on the weekends. But I got that job August 8th, I think. But then, right then, we were like starting to do pumpkin patch stuff, because if you guys don't know, I'm sure I've talked about it, we have a pumpkin patch. And so like every weekend was spent doing that. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, I was working and Luke was working, and so we didn't have time to go through the week. And then on the weekends we were doing pumpkin patch stuff, getting ready for that to open, so we didn't have time on the weekends. So okay, that's 4 cups. Let's see what's next. Some salt. So we didn't have time to go. Yeah, some salt. I don't know. It says to use a half a teaspoon of salt, but we're not listening to that. We're just winging it because that's how I cooked. And so we didn't have time to go get video. And there's only like 3 places around Rolla to get a video. Anyway, Cuba is the closest. There's Rolla Antique Mall in Rolla, but they never have anything good. And then there's Piney River Antique Mall, which does have good stuff, but they don't get a lot of flow. So we can only do that like maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. And also because no one wants to see the same video again and again and again and again. Okay, so that's what happened in August. And, okay, so that was the salt. We're going to add half a cup of shortening, which is one stick, I think, of butter. Hold on, I have an open butter. A stick of butter for every one that we're doing. And we're doing 2 recipes, so that's going to be 2 sticks of butter. I hope this is the right amount. But anyway. So then, in August is over, whatever. Sometime between August and September, Mom got diagnosed with cancer in her sinuses, and she had to have, so we were trying to figure that out. So we even had less time to get the pumpkin patch ready, to make videos, And because we both had a job, we were both working. We had no time on the weekends, no time during the week. This is kind of stiff, so I'm gonna heat it up in this. Okay, so then mom has cancer, and so we have to figure that out too. And I think it was like so we get through the pumpkin patch, you know, we're busy every single weekend, and that takes us through September to the end of October. And then the end of October, mom has surgery, so we're up there a lot for that. Up there is St. Louis. So we're in St. Louis a lot for that. And then we made that video in St. Louis, and we found that purple and pulley thing. So that was actually while mom was in the hospital. So I just added my 2 sticks of semi-melted, basically just soft butter. Okay, so mom has her surgery and we're doing that, and then whatever. So then after her surgeries, pumpkin patch is done. So we should be free on the weekends, right? Right, okay, except for every one of us is working 4 days a week, or 5 days a week, I mean. But the holidays are coming up, so we're all doing that. And then also after that, so mom has her surgery at the beginning of November, basically, very end of October. And then the holidays are coming up, and we're all working 5 days a week, full time. And so on the weekends, we're not worrying about going and getting a video, basically. So we did a couple times throughout there when we had time. And then also 6 weeks after mom had surgery, she had to go 5 days a week to get radiation treatment in St. Louis, which is about 2 hours away from where we live, every single day. And so one of us was taking mom up there every single day, or we were staying up there all week. So we didn't really have time, and we didn't want to make mom feel like she had to go out with us, you know, to get a video. So there's that. And yeah, so we didn't really have time through the holidays either. Well, December, right before Christmas comes, and I get a new job. I quit my other job, which was the chiropractic place. I got a job at the college here in town, and so with that, I actually didn't work until, again, from December 20th, I think, maybe, to January 6th. Okay, our next thing we need to do is add some cold water. I'm gonna get some ice water in a cup. I got the ice water. I'm gonna add it to my mixer here until it is sticky. So we have butter, salt, flour. Right now we're gonna add some ice water, which we got in this cup. I'm not really gonna measure it out. I'm just gonna look at this until I think it's the right consistency. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna throw an ice cube in because I just did. And now what I've done is I've got out my silicone mat here, and I'm gonna take my crust out of the mixer, and I'm going to knead it the rest of the way together that it needs. And then we're going to not roll it out yet. We are going to divide it into 3, and then put it into the refrigerator to set for like 10 minutes maybe, so that the butter firms up, because the secret to crust is you don't want the butter to be completely spread out. You want it to be firm a little bit still, and you don't want it to be evenly spread throughout this, which hopefully I didn't mix it too much that it is now, because that is a problem, and you will just want to cry, because that's what I did. Okay, so anyway, back to the story. Yes, so for 6 weeks, which ended up being more like 8 weeks because of weather and because of holidays and stuff, somebody had to be with mom in St. Louis 5 days a week for her radiation treatment, which isn't that big a deal, except for it was through the holidays, and we were trying to work, and we were trying to make enough money to where we could all live and all make it happen and not lose our jobs, because that's basically what happened. Is at my job, they didn't want to let me off work to take care of that because they were not good. Honestly, it's not because it was a problem, it's because they weren't good people, be completely honest with you. And so that's why I got the new job, and during like those 3 weeks where I didn't work, I was the one who took me and Aunt Mari and whoever else we could fill in, but mostly me, took mom to St. Louis to get all of whatever she needed done for her treatment. Okay, and then I got the job, and now I work the same 40 hours a week, and now that we're done with mom's treatment, we've had like 2 or 3 weekends for us to do whatever we need to do and whatever we want to do. Basically what we've been wanting to do, which isn't really what we've been wanting to do, but what we've been working on is Luke's family, Luke's mom, has a rental that we are supposed to be helping remodel and fix. So that's basically what we've been up to, and that's why we don't have time on the weekends. And of course I have like, you know, a couple hours here and there to go do whatever I need to do, but the problem is that the good antique malls are 2 hours away. They're either in Springfield, and that's about an hour and a half away, or they're in St. Louis, about 2 hours away. And so that's the reason why we haven't been going as hard as we were to get videos. Okay, I'm gonna put you on my face now. So anyway, that's why we haven't been going so hard to get videos. And honestly, I've been forgetting because I have a new job. I'm trying to make it work, and Luke's trying to make it work. And then also, something that completely also has been affecting us not being able to get videos is also in August, when I got that first job that I was talking about, Luke got his real estate license. So Luke, ever since then, has been working basically part-time as often as he can, trying to work with his broker to get into real estate full-time. That's going really slow. So if you're in the Missouri area and you're looking for a house, please contact Luke. Let me go get one of his business cards to show you, but for real, like, he would love to help you. Even if you're hours away, he can refer you to someone, and that will still help us out. Let me go get his card. Here's his card. It's not focusing, I don't know why. Okay, here's the back. So if you want to help Luke and I out and you're looking to buy a house, there's this card. You can pause it to get the number off of it. Okay, let me show you what we're doing with the pie. Okay, so I've separated into two, and basically I'm just gonna smoosh these together and separate it into three instead. Okay, so Luke's working part-time, I'm working full-time, and on the weekends we're working on the rental or we're helping mom. Now, and I said I was gonna try and post every other week. So, with that said, with me saying that, I don't think we are gonna be able to get out to go 2 hours away, essentially, twice a month, to film a video. I think we're gonna have to end up doing more videos like these, where I just show you what I'm doing in a day, or hey, I'm doing this for Valentine's Day. Like Valentine's Day, I did some goodie baskets with baking. And if you also don't know, which I don't know if I've said, because it's been so long since, it's been about, what, like 8 months maybe since I like did videos like consistently, which I'm really sorry about, but like I really want to get back into it. I just don't think that they're all going to get to be antiquing videos like we have been doing. With that being said, with all that holding us back, I think we're going to have to do more videos like these, where I show you more of a day in my life, or more what I'm up to, what we've been working on recently, because we just don't have time to get out like we did, because we're both working 40 hours a week, and we're trying to work on debt, and we're trying to make moves for our life. You know, we did just get married. It has almost been a year ago, actually. It's been 9 months, which is kind of crazy. We just have a lot going on, and now that we're finally almost wrapped up with Luke's parents' rental, we're getting into not pumpkin patch season really, but pre-pumpkin patch season, where we're ordering seeds and we're planting them, and we're figuring out what kind of new stuff we're gonna make for the pumpkin patch and stuff. So for those of you who are here for antiquing videos, we are still going to try to upload one once a month. We're still going to try and upload an antiquing video once a month. I'll talk to you about the glass and such. And then the other one per month, if we're trying to do every other week, which hopefully this gives us more flexibility to do every week. But we are going to be trying to do, you know, hey, this is what we're up to video once a month. And hey, we're going antiquing once a month. Okay, here's our giant dough pizza. No, pie crust. Okay, let me cut this in pieces. Okay. 3 pie crusts. Now we're going to flatten them out a bit. Put you on that. Flatten them out a bit. Literally just smack them with my hand. And pop all 3 of these in the refrigerator while we make the filling. Okay, we're making 2 strawberry pies. One for me and Luke, and one for Aunt Maury. And strawberry ones. I don't know if I said that. And then a pumpkin one for me and Luke. But I think just in this video we're gonna make the strawberry, and then I think I'm gonna film another video where we make the pumpkin, because it's the best pumpkin pie you'll ever have, and I want you all to see it. So right now we're gonna chop these strawberries while I continue talking about these stories. Okay. Cutting board so we don't get it on the mat, and our strawberries are right here. Not sure how many we're gonna need. Can y'all see that? Also, it's super windy outside, so sorry about that. Okay, so that's the plan now, is for us to film a video of what we're up to once a month and film a antiquing video hopefully once a month, because it's just not really fair to you guys for us to not be on a good schedule, which I want to do once a week, so we'll see if we can get back up to that. And it's also not really fair for Luke and I to have to feel the pressure of going 2 hours away at least twice a month when we're working full-time and we're trying to save money to have to go out and do an antiquing video. And I know that this YouTube is basically just a hobby for me and a hobby for Luke, basically, but we really love you guys and we really want to provide you guys with the service that we were being able to, and we're just not able to do that right now with everything going on. So we hope you guys understand, and let's just finish out this pie making business. I'll come back to you whenever all these are cut up. Okay, we are done with the strawberries. So now we're going to get that pie crust back out, and we are going to roll it out, put it in our pie pan, bake that pie crust. And then while that's baking, we're going to make the filling. I'll be honest with you guys that I'm praying I didn't mix the butter too much into this, because it kind of feels like I did, and I'm going to be really upset if I did, because that's basically the freaking only problem that you could possibly do or have. And of course I'm going to have created it. So there we go. Hopefully not, though. I'm still hopeful. It seems like it's rolling out okay. Alright, let us, so if you didn't know, to prevent it from sticking to your rolling pin and to your rolling mat, you need to sprinkle a little flour on there. So let's do that. Okay. Now hopefully that will keep it from sticking, to be determined. And also you can just kind of squish it back together for ribs. Sometimes you just gotta roll it back up and squish it back together if it falls apart. That's just how it is. Just by the way. Oh. A lot of people will like pick it up and move it a bunch. Peep the strawberries. Okay, I'm gonna roll it up, wad it up, roll it out, and I'll be back when we're done. Okay, so I have it rolled out now, and my pie pan fits on this just fine. I'm gonna trim it big so that whenever the pie crust shrinks, hopefully it doesn't fall down in there, but you know, if it does, it's not that big a deal. These don't have to be pretty. They're not for Thanksgiving. These are just because it's pie day, and everyone loves pie, and if you don't love pie, then I guess you're not human. You're probably an alien. But that's okay. Looks like I didn't necessarily put the butter in too much, or work the butter in too much. Now, most people, oh my god, most people will pick it up with the rolling pin, but I'm going to try and pick it up with my hands and see what happens, because I prefer to do that. Okay, looks fine. Then we're just gonna keep it on my hand, put my pie plate down like that, flip it on over in that, and then fix it up. And it looks like I might have cut it just a smidge too short, but like I said, so this is a pie. This pie, the crust gets baked before the filling gets put in it. So for a strawberry pie, so it's not really that big a deal. No one really cares that much about it. I mean, obviously, if I were making this for like a customer, I would probably make it prettier. But then again, it's going to shrink in this pan anyway. It's going to shrink in this pan anyway. It doesn't really matter that much. And everyone's still going to be happy because it's going to taste good. So, and this is a surprise for my aunt anyways, and she won't care. So, let me roll out the next one. Put it in the pan too, which will be for us, not a to-go pan and an actual glass one. And I'll meet you back here when I'm done so we can put them in the oven. Okay, here is one of our crusts. And here is the other one of our crusts. Okay, now for the pumpkin pie, I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm going to do another video so I can really just show you guys what I do and how to do it. But because this was our yap video, now I'm going to bake these. The oven has 2 minutes left to preheat. This bakes for 10 to 12 minutes, it says in the cookbook that we're going off of. And then I'm going to show you guys how we make the filling while these bake. And also, if this is a long video, I'm really sorry, but we needed a video. I wanted to talk and I wanted to make pie, so that's what we're doing in this video. One sec, I'm gonna find the strawberry filling recipe. Okay, we are gonna combine water, sugar, and cornstarch in a small saucepan. Bring to a gentle boil, whisking constantly until sugar is dissolved. Remove from heat, add Jell-O, stirring until dissolved, allow to cool slightly. So, I'm going to put these pie crusts in the oven, and then we're going to get cooking. These are baking for 10 to 12 minutes at 450 degrees or until I think they're done. Okay. I'm going to get the water, the sugar, and the cornstarch out in a small saucepan, and I'll catch you when I get back, when I get done with that. Okay guys, we are going to make this filling for the strawberry pie, and we'll just keep in mind that we're doubling it. So here I have 2 cups of cold water. It says to add it to the saucepan like so. And then it says add, so it's 1 cup of water for 1 recipe. So this is 2 cups because it's 2 recipes. Okay, and then 2 cups of granulated sugar. This is a half scoop, so we're just gonna do it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's the sugar. Okay, and then 3 tablespoons cornstarch. So here's our tablespoon measure. Here's our cornstarch. Make sure that this is what it says. Did I set a timer for those? Forgot to set a timer for the pie crust, so we're just gonna keep an eye on them. Water, sugar, cornstarch, small saucepan, bring to boil. Okay, so let's do 6 of these, I believe. 3 tablespoons for 1 recipe, so 6 tablespoons for 2 recipes. Tablespoon, make sure that says tablespoon, it sure does. Okay. Hope you guys are getting a good look into how I make a pie here and how my brain functions, because it's crazy. Of those guys, and then it says to bring it to a low boil, I believe, gentle boil. So let's turn her on, make sure that's the right burner because I always get the wrong one, and I need a whisk. A whisk. Okay. Okay, we'll bring this to a gentle boil, and I'll pull out the crust when they're done, and I'll see you once we're done with the boiling. Okay, so it boiled, and I think that it is ready for me to put the Jell-O in because I think that it's going to get too thick because I think it got a little warm. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. But if this does mess up, I have another box of Jell-O, so I guess it's whatever. Looks good. And then what does the instructions say? Allow stirring until dissolved. Stir the Jell-O until dissolved, and allowing it to cool slightly. You need to check the pie crust. Ooh, they look good. Let's pull out the pie crust while that cools a little. Oh man, do you see what I mean by they shrink? It literally shrank all the way down to the bottom. That's okay though, because strawberry pie crust doesn't need to be that crazy. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. Obviously, if you choose to sit up on the sides of that pie plate, that's what you want to do. But really, no one's going to complain that the crust, or that the filling is over the crust. No one's going to complain about it, because pie is pie and it's going to taste good anyway. And if you disagree with that, let me know in the comments. Because I would love to hear that it matters that much. Okay, let that cool slightly. We'll be back when it's cooled, and then we're gonna stir in the strawberries. Okay, so I was just rereading the recipe, and it looks like they don't stir the strawberries into the Jell-O mixture until they don't stir them in. They just put them in the pie crust and then pour the Jell-O mixture on top. But the way I always do it is I stir the strawberries into the mixture and then put them in the crust, because I think it's supposed to prevent more bubbles, but I don't really care if it bubbles. What I'm saying is I don't care what this pie looks like. It's going to be yummy. So I'm going to mix the strawberries into the Jell-O mixture, and then I'm going to pour them into the pie crust. I'll see you when I do that. Guys, I'm not a professional baking, cooking YouTuber, so this is just for funsies, no good angles. This always smells so good. And honestly, if you don't like pie crust, you could just eat it like this. Put this in the fridge, let it set up, and have a Jell-O, just literally the filling. Just literally the filling, that's fine too. That's probably not the best for you, but a little bit of pie never killed anyone. I'm gonna fill the big pie one first, the bigger plate first, because, yeah, why not? Wait, let me get you guys in on this. Well, I'll get you in on the second one because I think I already filled this one up. If you make a mess, it's not a big deal. We'll clean it up later. Wow. Look at our pie, guys. Hold on. I need to have a mince. Wow, that looks so good. I can't wait to eat it. I think there's a leaf in it though. Let's get that. Rip a leaf. Okay. Let us move this guy out of our way here. Move this guy out of our way here. And move this guy onto this. Unfortunately, this burner's a little warm, but so is the pie pan, so what does it matter? Let's zoom in. Can we zoom on the front facing? Okay, no. I can't really scoot you guys forward, so I guess you're just gonna have to get the view from there. Y'all seeing this? And we're just gonna kind of fill it up over the pie crust because, like I said, it shrunk. It's down in there somewhere. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, look at that. Looks good. Show you guys 1 second. Let me pick it up. You know, someone told me once that aluminum wasn't supposed to get hot in the oven, but it definitely does. Wow, look at that. Yep, okay, so basically now we're gonna chill these in the refrigerator for like a couple hours, probably like 5 hours, and then you can eat them. I will try my hardest to remember to come back and give you guys a view of the piece of pie, but I might just eat it. So here they are, beautiful. I will get a thumbnail photo of them when they are cool. And I would just like to say thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you guys are still here, these smell so good. I can't wait to eat them. Can't wait to give Aunt Mari hers. Happy Pie Day. It only comes once a year. And if you don't understand what Pie Day is pie in math is repeating decimal, one of the repeating decimals that repeats forever and never stops. I don't know the freaking numbers on there, so don't ask me because I was a biology major, not a math major. I don't know. And So pi is 3.14, blah, 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 repeating decimal for the rest of your life. And so 3.14 is March 14th every year. So in case you didn't know, there is a National Pi Day, and it is March 14th every single year. So thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me yap. That is the updated plan for 2025. We will see if we can get back to posting weekly. Not sure, but hang in there for me. And those of you who just came for the antiquing content, like I said, we will be trying to upload at least one, if not more than one, every single month. So if you just want to watch those, that's fine too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me again. We'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna make a pumpkin pie here in just a second, and that will be one of our videos maybe this month, maybe next month. Bye.